Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'll start my topic with a book. A disordered era. People from the planetary 3 body dreamed of living in relatively constant eras so as to develop the continuous civilization. However, the author is likely to express the idea that is, the constant era is a kind of rare coincidence, and the reason why we are living regularly on the earth is only because of luck and small probability. That is to say, the whole world keeps changing. See, last time I was preparing for the speech, there was no war between Russia and Ukraine, and there was no earthquake or air crash. My mom is a Buddhist, and she tells me it's nature being impermanent, which is called 无常 in Buddhism. We can see a lot of fears which are connected with the idea of change. You can ask others whether they like changes or not, but actually there aren't any options for people to choose. Say, if you want to change, you tick. If you don't, you cross. It's just changing. Sometimes we want to change, but not sure what kind of changes it would bring. So, it's another kind of fear of change. But the reality and the nature of impermanence is change is inevitable. It is taking place at the present, at every moment. We see the fear because there's actually no real sense of full control. We can't predict 100% precisely, and we can't control how things develop. It's very much like the chaos theory. So, it has to depend on our mind's outlook. No matter there's global pandemic or not, there's always pain for us to experience and challenges to face. It relies on our mental strength and how we look at the world. Here are 2 examples. The first one is well known. It's about a half glass of water. It's quite different between there's only half glass of water and there's still half glass of water. It's just like there's a pen that uses you and there's a pen that you can use. Another example is about difficult people. If you meet 1 or 2 difficult people, it's because of your bad luck. But if you always meet difficult people, you must be the difficult one. I have read a book called Water Nose, written by a Japanese scientist. In his book, sounds of experiments show that words can definitely affect the crystallizations. I've got some pictures. So, here is my point. Change your attitude and views and keep the positive thinking. You can't change the changing world, but you can change yourself. Of course, clear seeing is never about one thing. It needs a lot of training, of course. I'm still unable to do that. It's about interrelatedness. If you understand this, it's easy to see how chain reaction happens and understand butterfly effects. We can see nothing happens without impacting another, without impacting someone or something else. The more clearly we see, the more likely we understand how the world works. It helps us to be more aware of the negative emotions. Finally, I hope everyone can embrace the changes, keep sharing the positive views, and make a difference to the world. Live at the present, live in peace and love. That's all for my speech. Thank you.